Hey y'all, it's your girl Brenda, and I wanted to come in with a new video and talk about some spring wardrobe staples. Spring is just about ready to spring, so I figured now would be a good time to come in and talk about tops that will transition well from cooler weather into warmer weather, or from day to evening, as well as give you some ideas for layering and even maybe throw in a couple of cute little maxi dresses as well, just to kind of give you some ideas of different things that you can do to spruce up your spring wardrobe. So, with that, I'd like to just go ahead and throw out my normal disclaimer. I am not a fashion expert. I do not claim to be a fashion expert. I'm just a girl who loves to shop. I like to dress. My girlfriends come to me often for advice, and out of that came the Big Girl Etiquette blog. So, take from this what you will. It's all meant to be fun, and um, yeah, that's it. It's supposed to be fun and lighthearted, and if you find something that's useful, have at it. If you have some tips and tricks that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear them. As always, you can hit me up on Facebook, or you can comment on the comment in the comment section of this video. You can also find me on YouTube. You can email me at biggirletiquette@gmail.com. So, with that said, the first thing that I want to stress is, as we are slowly transitioning into warmer weather, it is important to remember to dress the body that you have, not the body you wish you had. Let me say that one more again so that y'all can understand me. Dress the body you have, not the body you wish you had. I wish I was a size 2, but I know I'm actually a size 22, so I dress accordingly. Um, my point is, you want to wear clothes that fit you properly, particularly as we're transitioning into those times where you might wear clothing that's a little more fitted, maybe clothes that might show more skin than you would in the wintertime. Um, Hot weather doesn't give you an excuse to look a hot mess. So, again, dress the size that you are, not the size that you wish to be. The second thing I'd like to point out is to make sure your foundation garments are on point. Foundation garments, foundation garments, foundation garments, foundation garments. Make sure your bras fit properly. Don't be afraid of a panty girdle if you need one. Don't be afraid of an all-in-one that will do a little more body shaping and kind of hold you in. These things are our friends. Do not be afraid to invest. So, with that said, I'd like to move into a more fun area and talk about some fun, flirty tops that can take you from cooler to warm or day to night. And here I'm going to give you a couple of different looks from Old Navy, The Avenue, Lane Bryant, and I believe Torrid, pretty much in that order. And basically, in these instances, you want to look for fabrics that are lighter. So you want to stay away from thick sweaters or thick cotton. You might want to go with a more lightweight cotton. It's actually okay probably to go ahead and start breaking out some linen. You can go with chiffon, with a layered look with chiffon or gauze or georgette. But you want to go for lighter fabrics. Don't be afraid of color. This is a great time of year to start breaking out some color. So don't be afraid of, bright, happy yellows and, corals and reds and purples and blues. Color this time of year is good. So don't be afraid of color. And these are tops too that can take you from day to night. So you can wear them to work, with a pair of slacks or a cute little pencil skirt. And then, if you're going out after work, maybe on a date, or if you're going out with the girls, you can kind of switch it up with just some simple, adding some simple jewelry and maybe adding a heel or a wedge. If you don't already wear one to work, pop a color on your lips and you're good to go. So take a look at these examples And again, these examples come from Old Navy Avenue, Torrid, and Lane Bryant. And I will be right back. Okay, so next I want to talk about layering. Um, Now, for me, if I when I layer, I typically will go for something that is either like a cap sleeve, short sleeved, or just altogether sleeveless, and then I'll put a cami over it. And what I like to do, wherever possible, is if I'm wearing a top that has a pattern in it, then I will pick a color in that pattern and then get a cami to match, just to kind of, add a little extra pop. So let's say, for example, if you're wearing a yellow top and one of the colors in the pattern is red, then you might want to maybe get a red cardi to go over it just to give a little extra umph. And as a matter of fact, I do have an example of that exact thing that I will show you here in a moment. But if you're doing a solid top, then you want to pick a color cami, not cami, a cardi. You want to pick a cardi that will complement that. So like you can see here, this is kind of like a mauve color. So I wouldn't do just your basic black or gray or tan. I would maybe go for a burgundy or maybe a fuchsia or maybe even a green, just to kind of give it a little extra something. So I've got two examples here to show you, both of which are from Old Navy, and you'll basically see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see the short sleeve shirts and then their corresponding cardigans to pick up the little pops of color that are within those short sleeve shirts. Again, these are just examples, a guide, if you will, for when you're choosing your own pieces. And so take a look at these, and I will be right back. Okay, and lastly, I wanted to just give you some options for maxi dresses. Um, the reason being is because this is a time of year where you might maybe find yourself at a wedding or a garden party or some sort of event where you might need a nice dress. And the two options I'm going to show you, both of which came from Torrid, they can very easily be dressed up or they can very easily be dressed down. The first one I'll show you is the base of it is white and it's got a very pretty floral pattern on it. You can dress it up very simply, again, with some nice earrings, a nice necklace, maybe a bracelet, a nice pair of heels or a pair of wedges, and you can go to any event in this dress, whether it's going to church, whether it's going to a wedding, whether it's some sort of party where you need to be dressed, maybe an engagement party or a garden party of some sort, and it would be perfect. The second option is a beautiful yellow maxi dress. It's got a tank top with an ampere waistline, and then the dress itself falls in an A-line and a series of pleats. It's very beautiful, very simple, very understated, and again, can be dressed up very easily. Jewelry, heels, pop of color on your lips, or you can dress it down very simply with, some cute little T-strap sandals and, maybe a denim jacket over it. And, you can very easily wear it to a wedding one day and then just out to lunch the next day. So take a look at these two examples and I'll be right back. Okay, so in closing, I just want to reiterate again, um, you know, it's about to heat up, particularly if you're like me, you're living down in the South. We got about maybe 3 more weeks of this cooler nonsense, and then we're about to be in 70s and 80s and holding for about the next month and a half, 2 months. So, you know, again, dress the body you have, not the body you wish you have. Um, Foundation garments are your friends. And I also wanted to talk about shorts really quickly. I don't have any examples, so I did that in a different video. But I just wanted to kind of reiterate, if you're a girl that has thicker thighs or bigger legs overall, you might want to consider Bermuda shorts as opposed to regular shorts. Um, there's nothing that looks worse than shorts that are cutting in to your thigh meat because, maybe they're a little too small or a little too short. So, um, Bermudas are a good alternative. You still are wearing shorts. They still present like shorts. They're just maybe a little longer and a little more tasteful. So that's just something to consider as you're considering your warm weather wardrobe. So with that, as always, like I said before, if you have any questions or tips of your own, feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section. You can email me at biggrletiquette@gmail.com. You can also hit my DMs and Facebook. And yeah, let's spring into spring and let's do it right. So I wish you guys all a good week, and I look forward to your feedback, and be good.